Let me get situated here. Hey everybody, it's Alyssa here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am talking about week 9. Almost can't put my fingers. Week 9 of my COVID-19 Arizona ICU travel nursing assignment. So yeah, it's getting a lot crazier right now in the ICU, and surprisingly, they're not renewing us. So they were saying that they don't want to renew us because they don't know how the census is going to be. So I'm currently I'm talking to my recruiter and seeing if I can just continue, because I'm really just kind of in the mood to keep working right now and just keep helping out. I don't really feel like taking another break like how I did in between Baltimore and here. I really feel like I just needed to recharge in between Baltimore and Arizona, and right now I feel really charged. I'm on my 9th week and I feel like I could go for another 13 for sure. So I'm hoping I can stay in Arizona. I'm gonna see if they have any other assignments here so I don't have to fly too far. I can probably just rent a car and drive somewhere, but wherever they need me is where I'll go. So yeah, I mean, it's incredibly busy. So literally, like, a patient will either get transferred out or pass away, and another patient comes in emergently just needing to be intubated, and it's like we take one out and one comes right back in. So this is literally the craziest that it's ever been here. Another just big thing that happened this week is that one of the doctors I was working very closely with over these past 4 days did test positive for COVID. I have the vaccine, so I'm hoping that it helps to either protect me, or if I do end up catching COVID, then I hope that it helps to decrease the symptoms. So, I mean, we're instructed to still come to work, and if we have any symptoms, then obviously then we have to stay home. But they did email us and make us aware of that, and I'm just like, oh great, because I mean, we were all wearing our masks and stuff, but still just like working very closely with the doctor, like being in the same vicinity as them when you're not like in a negative pressure room, or if you're not wearing your N95, even though it's not technically a droplet disease, I just prefer to be wearing it whenever I know that I'm around COVID. But I'm sure that I've been very close to COVID when I've had my simple face mask on. So I'm not too concerned, but it is just like, ugh, like annoying. So stay tuned for some info on where I'm gonna go next. We'll find out. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Let me answer some questions. And it did snow yesterday, you guys. It snowed yesterday, and I got some good video of the snow outside. I couldn't believe it. It hasn't snowed in Tucson, I was told, since 2018. So I was really excited about that, and I got some good videos, so I'll post the video that I took. Alright, let's answer some questions. Let's see. Oh my gosh, and thank you so much to everybody who donated. I bought so many nurses coffee this week. I bought a ton of coffees over these last 4 shifts that I worked. I bought dinner for the nurses like 3 or 4 times. So your donations are awesome. If you guys want to see like any updates, I post pictures back on the website of like the nurses. I don't post every time I buy stuff because some people aren't comfortable like being in the pictures, but they are all really thankful. But I do have like some pictures. Like every time I buy something, I usually try to take a picture, and I usually like write back and thank you guys over there. So I mean, are you guys like notified when I write back and I thank you? Because I don't want you guys to think that I am ignoring when you do donate. It is really appreciated, and we are all just so happy. Okay, let me see. Okay, Erin Harper said, what are my plans as far as nursing? Do I want to continue travel nursing for a while, or do I have other plans? Okay, so I do want to continue travel nursing for probably like another year, and I just want to continue helping out until COVID's over. And otherwise, I do eventually want to buy a house because I'm paying rent right now and I'm just like throwing money down a hole. So I do want to buy a house, and then when I buy the house, I'll probably settle down and just get a staff job. But as far as travel nursing goes, I project probably another year until I finish traveling. Probably like next January, I'll like settle down. So I do want to either go to CRNA school or do nurse practitioner. I'm not really sure yet. I'm sure that I'll be really tired after traveling, and I'll probably just want to do nurse practitioner because CRNA is a lot of work. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of the GRE or done practice questions for it. It makes no sense to me. It's like yellow plus sky equals 9. Like, I don't know. So, those are pretty much my plans. Jojo said, I don't get it. If washing your long hair was an issue because of COVID, why don't you shave your hair again? If you're growing it out now, why didn't you just cut your hair short instead of having to go through that horrible hair growth and annoying bangs? I really just wanted to start fresh, and my hair was so long, and I also wanted it to go back to brown, but there was no hair dye available in any of the stores that I went to. There was no hair dye available to be bought on Amazon or anywhere. Every single place was sold out. Target.com, Walmart.com. I looked everywhere. And I was in New York. Every single hair salon was closed down. And I'm not a good, like, hair cutter. So I just figured I would just shave it because, I mean, you guys saw how I cut my hair in the video. Obviously, I suck at cutting hair. I mean, you guys saw when I cut my bangs, so nothing is more annoying than those bangs that I cut, but I am enjoying growing out my hair and just letting it come back completely healthy because my hair was so dead. And if I would have just cut my hair without dyeing it back to brown, I would have had half like yellow blonde and half brown hair like up here, which you guys obviously saw. So I don't really think that makes sense to just cut my hair like that, and I don't want to continue shaving it now because even washing it now, it's just so much faster to dry. And even if I continue letting it grow out for until COVID is over, which even if that's 2 years, my hair will be down to here, which will be so much easier to maintain than hair that was down to my hips that took me 2 hours to blow dry. This only takes like 10-15 minutes to blow dry. So I hope that answers your question, Jojo. Judy Segerman said that maybe the reason I got sick from the shot is because I'm so tired and I need to get more rest. Honestly, I kind of agree with that. Because I'm hearing like a lot of people that like, I don't know, well, I know I have read about some people in my comments actually that got sick from the vaccine, but I am really tired and my immune system probably is not as best, so that's a good point. Renetta Monique said that she had the vaccine and symptoms don't compare to what this virus does. I wish people would stop telling every single symptom, which deters the public. No one tells every sickness that they have, so why now? I think that everybody's telling about the symptoms that they're getting now instead of any other vaccine because this is something that's new. And honestly, I was thinking about not telling people that I did have side effects for my second vaccine, but I want to be transparent with you guys and I want to like keep you guys informed of what could happen. I mean, I definitely do still advocate for the vaccine, and I agree with you that the vaccine symptoms don't compare to what the actual sickness does. But I'm not just going to sit here and lie and say that I didn't have symptoms when I did. So I'm sorry that you don't agree with that. Oh, and you're a respiratory therapist, so stay safe, and I hope that everything is okay for you. Lisa Rose says, looking at your videos, you've been to New York, Baltimore, and now you're in Arizona. Thanks for watching my videos. Are nurses moving around the country to help with the shortfall due to COVID, or is it just something you're doing? So once COVID hit, pretty much every nurse quit their job. Well, not pretty much every nurse, but a lot of nurses quit their job to help out with COVID. It's something that a lot of nurses are doing right now. There's a ton of travel nurses right now. There's like the most contracts that there's ever been. There's a lot of high-paying contracts too. Nurses quit their jobs for various reasons, whether it's to make more money or because they felt like their job wasn't handling it well. I personally just felt like I wasn't needed at my current job at the time because there were just so many people. COVID wasn't as bad, and like I saw the nurses crying on TV in New York and I was like, I have to go help them. So that's what I did. But yeah, a lot of nurses are doing it right now, and I'm sure that in a year that there will be a lot less travel nurses. Sarah Ann said, as a travel nurse, do you feel that the places where you've worked have more travel nurses than full-time staff? Yeah, every place that I've worked has way more travel nurses than full-time staff, and even this place, since I've been here, like 3 or 4 nurses have left that were staff nurses, and they're going to travel. So people are just leaving, you know, people are, yeah, but there's a lot of travel nurses. There's just like a nursing shortage right now, I think everywhere, and I think that people are just going to help out where they think it's needed. NJSMKMMS, that's it, said, what's a travel nurse? A travel nurse is a nurse that goes around to different locations. You don't have a permanent job. You have a contract from anywhere from like 4 weeks to 13 weeks, and you just work at that hospital, and then you just move around. They can keep you or kick you out after 13 weeks or after however long your contract is, and you just move around and help out. Julia Edwards says, does the vaccine protect you from getting COVID or make it so you don't really get symptoms? So the vaccine really is supposed to really just help decrease the symptoms if you do get COVID. It could help. You could still catch COVID if you get the vaccine. It's just like the flu vaccine where, except it's not a live vaccine, it's an mRNA vaccine, but in the sense that, you know, like every year people who get their flu shot, the flu isn't as bad if they do get it. And so it's just supposed to help like decrease the risks and the death from COVID. Wendy Wright, have I tried EGs yet? Yes, I did. I did try EGs. It was really good. It's funny that you had mentioned EGs because when I first drove by it, I was like, ooh, like, I don't know if that's good or not. And then after your comment, I actually told my boyfriend, I was like, I have to go to this place, EG's, and I went, and it was great. So, great recommendation. Carmen McPherson says, does PPE change after you are fully vaccinated? And do you think your stress level will change at all being vaccinated, or has your personal health not been one of your biggest concerns? Yes. My stress level has gone down a ton when I'm at work now that I'm vaccinated. I just feel a little bit more protected. It could be a placebo effect. It could be a false sense of security. But knowing that I have something in me that can help decrease symptoms if I do catch COVID, it just makes it easier for me to care for my patients. Just like when I was told that that doctor was positive and I was working really closely with him, like doing orders on the computer, and like we were sitting right next to each other and stuff like that, because even though you want to go 6 feet, there's not enough computers for people to do that, you know? So, but I felt better knowing that I had the vaccine. And PPE doesn't change. You still want to wear the same thing. You still want to be as protected as you can, which is why, you know, I would have really freaked out knowing that that doctor that I'd been working really closely with was positive over these last few days. But knowing that I have the vaccine, I kind of feel like, ooh, like maybe I have some better protection. Diane Wallace said, what vaccine did you get? So I got Pfizer. I don't even know if any other vaccines are available in my area, but that's the one that I got. Molly Webster said, hello, I'm so glad I got here when there was only 117 views. I love your videos so much. You're such an inspiration. I hope you see my comment. Thank you so much, Molly. That really made me happy. Joanna E.G., did you get Pfizer or Moderna? I got Pfizer. Okay, well, that's it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and comment if you want to follow along on my journey and see where I go next. I'm happy thank you for all the questions. I'm really happy to answer them, and it feels nice to talk to you guys and to be able to answer your questions. Thank you for all the other comments. I did read them as I was going through. I love all your comments. You guys are so nice, and thanks again for donating all of the coffees and the food and the money for the food that you have. It really does help to make the shift a little better, especially with everything going on right now. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.